Welcome to episode number 80, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about the social dilemma. What is the social dilemma, and why we should do a digital detox? Stay tuned.
So the big question is, how do ambitious people like us, who grew up listening to the old advice of go to school, work hard for 40 years, and retire when you're old, create a life today that is meaningful, abundant, healthy, and brings joy, while also leading a life that is productive and full of achievement? That is the question, and this is the podcast that will help give you the answers that you're searching for. My name is Del Denny, and welcome to the Upgrade Your Life podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Del Denny here, and today I wanted to talk about the social dilemma. Now, I don't know if you saw this documentary out on Netflix, but man, it is so dang good, and I highly recommend it. And it just talks about how, the social media platforms are really just consuming ourselves, and I've seen that in my own life, and you probably have as well. But if you haven't seen this documentary on Netflix, I highly recommend it. And it just talks about how all these platforms were intended for good, and yet they are really kind of ruining our lives. It talks about statistics of suicides in teens just growing at a crazy rate, and it's in direct proportion to when social media came out. And it's really scary stuff. And to kind of give you an example, like social media was meant for good, and absolutely there's a lot of positivity that comes from it. Missing kids have been found, organ donors have been found. So there's a lot of good that comes with social media, but there's also a lot of negativity that comes because everybody is posting, how great their life is. And so there's all this keeping up with the Joneses. And then it talks about advertising and all the different ways that they track you, and it's really kind of crazy stuff. And really the feeling that you have at the end of it is that you want to turn off your stuff, you want to turn off your social media. And I know I did that last fall. I took a 30-day detox, and I highly recommend that as well. If you've never done a digital detox, it is liberating. In fact, I did it, my goal was to do 30 days of no social media, and I think I did maybe 45 days or maybe 60 days of it, and gosh, did that feel good. It felt so liberating to not be constantly on my phone, not constantly checking different things. And so anyways, today I just wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about that social dilemma and how we fragment our attention. We fragment our attention with, not really being present in the moment. I'm certainly guilty of that. I have business constantly going on. I run an internet marketing business. So my life is attached to the internet. You've probably found this podcast on the internet. And so there's a portion of my life that's attached to that. And I've been guilty of being in my phone and my iPad and my computer and missing things around me. And I have to be strategic in what I do in order to be present with those around me. And so today's message is really that, is to be present. And really a challenge too is to take a little digital detox, be it 30 days or even just 7 days. You're going to feel so liberated after you do that. It may feel a little weird at first because you are literally wired to your phone now. Your brain is wired for these dopamine releases that come when you get a little notification. So it's almost like a little addiction withdrawal when you do this. But I promise you, when you do a little digital detox, you're going to feel so much better. It's pretty cool stuff. Anyways, just wanted to share that. Check out the Netflix series. It's pretty cool stuff. Anyways, this is Del Denny signing off. Remember, learn, lead, and live to your full potential.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes to get automatic episode updates for the Upgrade Your Life podcast. And finally, please take a minute to leave us an honest review and rating on iTunes. Your feedback really helps us out when it comes to the ranking of the show, and I make it a point to read every single one of the reviews that we get. So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me on the Upgrade Your Life podcast. Have a great day.